मेरे पोस्टर्स अलग ही देख देख भाई।
हेलो 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 हेलो। अभी तो सिमिलर सा लग रहा है
भाई
आ रहे हैं
15
ना।
मिनट में गोली मैम बनानी तो 15 मिनट में एकदम नया तो नहीं बनाता।
देख देख
मुस्कान ऑल सेट?
Yes, sir. Almost.
ओके, आप लोग कहाँ पे हो अभी? कहाँ बैठे हैं सब?
सर हम लोग तो ELF 23 में है।
हाँ, ELF में 23 में ही हो ना? ओके।
यस सर।
Tell everybody to join fast.
आलोक सर, मैडम ने ज्वाइन नहीं किया अभी। एक बार कांटेक्ट कर लीजिए।
यस मैम।
आलोक सर, अभी मैडम ने ज्वाइन नहीं किया शायद, स्पीकर मैडम ने, तो एक बार
लक्ष्मण
और
मैम।
उनको हाँ सर। सर मेरी वॉइस नहीं आ रही क्या आलोक सर? हेलो आलोक सर।
यस मैम।
हाँ सर, एक बार मैडम को फिर से कांटेक्ट कर लीजिए, उन्हें अभी तक ज्वाइन नहीं किया शायद।
यस मैम।
ओके सर, मैम ने ज्वाइन कर लिया है। हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग मैम, वेलकम।
Very good morning, ma'am. Am I audible?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
यस यस मैम।
Fine, fine.
ओके।
Ma'am, should we start?
यस यस। प्लीज चेक सर यूट्यूब लाइव।
Yes, ma'am. Checked.
ओके,
It's working.
इट्स वर्किंग। ओके सर।
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Saloni, you can start.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, faculty members, and dear students. We are here for yet another amazing event by Startup Hub. I'm Saloni with immense pleasure, and we extend our warm welcome to all present here for this session organized by Startup. Bhilai Institute of Technology, established in 1986, has always provided its students with conducive and supportive academic ambience blended with a strong research and development culture, adopted by its faculty members to support various graduate and undergraduate programs. With this, I welcome our chief patrons, Sri Vijay Kumar Gupta Sir, Chairman VIT Trust, Sri I.P. Mishra Sir, Secretary VIT Trust, our patrons, Dr. Arun Arora Sir, Director VIT Durg, Dr. Mohan Gupta Sir, Principal VIT Durg, Dr. Manisha Sharma Madam, Vice Principal VIT Durg. Our conveners for Startup Club, Dr. Shubhrata Nagpal Madam, our advisor, Dr. Satyavardhan Tiwari Sir, our program coordinator, Professor Alok Kumar Sir, Startup Club coordinator, Professor Rajkumar Singh Sir, and our Startup Club faculty members, Professor Shubham Dasore Sir, Professor Pushpendra Singh Sir, Professor Vinita Gupta Madam. Startup Clubs aims to create the next generation of industry leaders and entrepreneurs by providing them with necessary guidance and a platform full of opportunities to make their startup dreams come true. Today we are here to get a deep insight on the topic how to plan for startup and legal and ethical steps. And to tell us more about it, we have with us Dr. V. Agalya ma'am. Dr. V. Agalya ma'am, working as a professor and associate head R&D Bangalore. Also, she worked in 5 different institutes and she has been acted different roles like head of department and innovation and entrepreneurship head. She has completed BE from Periyar University, ME from Anna University, and received PhD in electrical engineering from Anna University. She has she has around 19 years of teaching and research experience. Her areas of specialization include power electronics, VLSI design, biomedical and control system. She has published 21 research papers in SCI and Scopus Index journals. She has 2 Indian granted patents and 15 Indian patents and design filed and published. Dr. V. Agalya ma'am has undergone offline training and got certified as Innovation Ambassador from MOE Government of India in 2019. Also completed advanced level certification training in 2021. She has head of IIC and nodal officer during 2020 and 25th to 25th Cap 2020 and coordinated various innovation activities at the college level and invited around 35 speakers with her own support. She has conducted various workshops on design thinking, IPR patent drafting and filling to facilitate faculty and students. She served as resource person for various colleges in all India level. She mentors the student teams to participate in various competitions and produced 6 entrepreneurs. She has supported for 12 startup initiation from the year 2021 to Feb 2022. She has received many awards like Best IIC Faculty Award during 2020 to 2021, Appreciation Award during 2019 to 20, Best Volunteer Innovation Award from AICTE Award, NIC 2020, Best Teacher and Best Role Model awarding during 2011 and 12. And also she received Best Researcher Award as well as the Best Paper Award from ISTE 14th in Annual Convention. On the behalf of the Startup Club, I would like to welcome you, ma'am, and request you to continue with the session. I would like to call Shubhrata Nagpal, ma'am, please. Ma'am, please.
Saloni, can you repeat? I think there is no net connection. Saloni? Saloni?
Ma'am, I would like to call Shubhrata ma'am to
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Saloni. A very good morning to all of you. Respected Dr. V. Agalya ma'am, our today's expert and speaker, Mr. Alok Kumar sir, coordinator of this session, my dear team members of Startup Club, and all the participants. आप सभी को नवरात्रि शुभकामनाएं. On behalf of Bhilai Institute of Technology, Durg, I, Dr. Shubhrata Nagpal, welcome you all in this online platform of Startup Club. आज जैसा कि आपको बताया सलोनी ने, and you can see on the screen, our topic is how to plan a startup and its legal and ethical steps. So in our view, before starting any startup or entrepreneurship, it is very important to know about its ethical aspects, legal aspects, and what are the steps you have to follow. And in our today's session, I think it is very useful for startups and for new entrepreneurs to know about ethics and legal aspects of any entrepreneurship. On behalf of Bhilai Institute of Technology, Durg, I would like to thank Dr. Agalya ma'am for accepting our invitation for this session. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I want to share 2 lines with my participants. हम कितने भी आगे क्यों ना निकल जाएं, सैकड़ों लोग हमारे पीछे रहते हैं, और हम कितने भी पीछे रहें, फिर भी सैकड़ों लोग हमारे आगे रहते हैं. तो क्यों ना हम जहां कहीं भी हैं, हम उसका भरपूर आनंद लें, उसको भरपूर एंजॉय करें, उसका भरपूर यूज करें और खुश रहें. So welcome you all in this session, and thank you one and all for being here. And Over to Saloni.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Dr. Manisha Sharma, ma'am, to address the session. Okay. Now I would like to welcome you, Agalya, ma'am, to request to you to continue with today's session.
Thank you, Saloni, for giving a beautiful introduction about me. And I would like to appreciate the effort of the organization, especially to arrange such kind of a workshop to the students as well as the faculty members. So, very good morning to one and all. Let's seeing future entrepreneurs of the nation, I guess. So before going to start a session, so we will have a small introduction about what is the difference between a startup and entrepreneurship. So let me get into the topic. Before I start, I always used to ask a few questions with the students and the faculty members. So the important question is the very first one, who is called an entrepreneur. So without the input of knowing an entrepreneur, we cannot able to go and proceed for how to plan for a startup and legal and ethical steps. So can we have an interaction with the word of entrepreneur and startup? I hope it could be an interactive.
Can
Yes.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, entrepreneur is a person who starts a business, who has an idea that can solve a problem, day-to-day problem mostly. And startup, it is the initial stage of a business,
And build a
like
business.
when we need funding and all.
Startup is
Yeah,
like
so
an
idea,
organization.
you have given- startup is an organization. Very good. And the previous speaker, the person, he said about the problem solving and then the ideation. So two keywords I'm taking from the first person. The second person has said about the answer of exactly it's a company. Then any other answer from you all?
Ma'am, one who is also
Ma'am,
capable of
startup
taking
needs
risk.
planning.
Yes, very good. Also taking a risk. So it should have a patient to work, and without that, the people, they may not be a good startup holder in current trend. So because the attracting word nowadays we are hearing the startup and also the founder, co-founder, many are from the younger age. So any other answers from you guys?
Ma'am, a source of new ideas.
A source of new idea. So the repeated answer I'm getting. Okay, so let me go to the session before I'm going to proceed. So for saving this, I can go with the slides directly. So we can make the first question, what is called startup? So first thing is we need to know about the entrepreneur, and the entrepreneur is an innovator. So the key for the startup is entrepreneurship. So how we are going to plan for their business, and is there any ethical steps is needed or not, and are we going to a proper steps? So these are the things you have to be know. And a person, the one who is going to take a risk and a challenging task to solve a problem and make into a reality to the vision. So this is what so many different definitions we can define it for the entrepreneurship. So we can collectively say that he is an innovator, and he is not a duplicator, but he is an innovator, and he must have a vision and dream, and the dream come to the reality. So when it get into the reality, he wanted to make a company. So the simple word to understand the startup, it is called a organization or a company. So we can make into the word short form. Startup is a company, but are we call all the companies are a startup? Not at all, because there is, as per the rules which is created by the government of India, then the startup, there is a certain criteria. So it should not go beyond the limit of more than 7 years. So the startup previously, it was on the IP Indian management, they created for a 5 years. So they extended up to 7 years. So a small business making company seeking a fund from the government. So those companies all under startup. So the startup, it needs a fund. That is the lack of inputs from the beginners. So then it have the annual profit should not exceed more than 25 crores. So this is the limit. If it's not, if X company has not reached out the 25 crores, so we may call those company as a startup. So startup is the lifetime. It should be a 7 years, and within the 7 years, the profit, it should not exceed more than 25 crores. So this is the basic inputs about the startup. And what are the sectors can be included with the startup? Let me see with the next slide. So you can look into that. Startup is not easy. So it will be a combination of the 8 factors. So the first one, what the previous participants have said about the idea. So ideation is not a simple one. And also all the ideas cannot be an startup. So each and every person's having a different ideas in their mind. But are we call all the ideas into an implementation level? It is not possible. So few only they are converted into an reality. So that reality, to achieve their dream and vision, they are converted into a company and they are going for the registration. So what are the registration documents is needed? Is it easy to get the registration from the DPIIT? Previously it was called an DIPP. So now the name has changed. So the first sector, it explains about the innovation. So if it is going to proceed with the startup or a company, we need to protect our idea. So first step is you have to be innovate and protect your idea with the intellectual property rights. So under the IPR, so you can go with the patenting or a design or trademark or the trade secret, whatever it might be. So step by step, you can slowly include with this flavor. So the first one, we can say about the innovation. Then after the innovation, you made some prototype. And in that prototype stage, we can call it as an ugly level. We may not use it for the major level. So no users can use your product. So if you really wanted to use those products, then what should we do? We have to make into a reality that is called a business plan. So with this prototype, you have to be always make with a smart plan. So the whatever the work we have done for the project level, that has to be reached to the reviewer in the way of presentation. So the presenting view, here we are saying a different word called business plan. So you have to be attract the fund provider or the government. So they have to get ready to see your work and your plan for the future or the upcoming 10 years plan or a 5 years plan. So it has to be in the crispy way to make it in a simple presentation. So that is called as all the startup companies, they are getting to the business plan to attract the investors. So this is the second step. So the student level, I'm requesting all the student members, you have a plan, and after the business plan, you will be able to participate in different kind of that is hackathons, innovation challenges, national innovation contest. So many events are organized by AICT under the Ministry of Education. So you have to be planned for that, and you can it should not in the idea level. So second level, you have to be planned for getting a fund from the fund for your project, to approaching a different government agencies, and you should not think you are going to fail. So don't use the word it is a failure. So failure is the basement of a success. So always what you will do is you have to be apply a project contest in as a student level, and get the inputs when you are getting runner up, or if you are not selected in the project. So you can always, innovation either can win or loss. So you should not use the word as loss. Instead of fail, we can use it as loss. Or apart from the loss, one more word we can use it. It is an learning. So with this failure, you are learning so many inputs from the different reviewers, and it will be help to the enrich your business plan for attracting the same idea. So we can see with the examples how the business plan is becomes a successful founder level. Then coming to that, the business model. So after a plan, the investors are wanted to see your business model. So the business model, it could be a revenue generative way, and as much as simple, and it should be effective and useful to the society. So these 3 points you can be included with the business model, and you can always give one sample to your friends or neighbors or any other society people, and get their feedback. And if you started from the first year, and you can do it for the second year, third year, and with modification of so many feedbacks from the customer point of view, then the final year you may leave with an entrepreneur and you can start with a business. So this is the intention. AICT, and they have initiated Institution Innovation Council with different institutes, and they are creating so many awareness programs to reach out to students and faculty members. So this is the business model. So business model, you have to make it ready. It has to be useful to the one customer first, not the multiple people. It should be a one customer. So these are the 3 segments. After, if you strong in the innovation and the business plan and business model, then what you need to do, you have to find a co-worker. So the co-worker, in the sense, initially, if faculty members are asking to do a mini project, so always the people you will be selecting your friends, but you are not at all thinking about how the successful project will be come out, and that is based upon the team member selection. So a team leader, he is an entrepreneur and he is having a vision, and that vision comes to an reality, means he need a support. So the support in the form of identifying and team members is the major role. So you should not take it from the same department. You can take it from the interdisciplinary. So the interdisciplinary, I may suggest, if suppose a background of mechanical engineering, they can go with the help of electrical, and for automation is electronics, or creating an coding or online service, everything you can depend on computer science. And making a smart and attractive business plan, you can always get help from the MBA management, business management people. And these are the team formation. It should not be in the same institute. If you have a different friends in the different institute, you can collaborate with them and form a team, a strong team. The team will support for the one is going to be make a vision of the company. So a single person, it may be running for a 1 year, but after a 1 year, the company gets more number of profit. The one cannot be manageable. So that is why he is making and hiring a people of different persons for the different roles. So that is called a team. It is a co-working. So after strengthening your team, then everything will be planned. So what we need to do, the next question is where we need to get the fund. So the fund getting is, nowadays, the many investors are coming forward to provide the fund, and in the form of government agencies are organizing. For example, recently, I think you heard about the Smart India Hackathon. So every year they are organizing a Smart India Hackathon. Under the Smart India Hackathon, many companies are came up with the problem statement. They are asking the solution from the different kind of young entrepreneurs are who is in the studying level. So as you all a student, you have to be give a solution to the company people. Then after the company, if really they likes your idea, they may hire you. So this is the planning and getting a job from the different company when you are in the studying level. So the thing is that parents are always have an vision, and the final aim is to get one job for a daughter or a son. This is what they are all making into an admissions and doing support and everything, whatever the pain and gain they are having, but they are not at all sharing to the kids. So this you have to be think in that aspect, and at the end of the final year, whatever the degree it might be, you need to be get a good job, and so it will be support your family and also your future vision and everything. So as per the Modi ji government, it said that made in India, make in India. For that initiation only, many, and also Atmanirbhar Bharat, vocal for local. So this is the scheme where many things are initiated in the last 3 years itself. So it started on 2018, but now still 625 companies are there in the last year, but now it is more than 2000 startup companies are emerging in India. So you must be a job provider, don't be a job seeker. So this intention only the title has given. So to approach a different investors, you need to be strengthen your idea, business plan, business model, and your team member. So because the venture capitals are angel investor, then any kind of other people also will be coming, the company persons will be investing money on you. So they are not a very simple person to accepting your business plan. So in that, what is their expectation? You have to be fulfilled with all the 4 segments. So the important segments are the initial one. So you have to make it in a smart way of presentation to attract with the ventures. So after, if you are getting a fund, then what you will be do? You have to be always make your what is it? The vision and mission for your milestones. So milestones you should not more than you should not exceed more than 5. So it should be an qualitative, not in the form of quantitative. So you can make a task 1. The task 1 is to achieve a profit for the next 5 years. It should be an 10 lakhs or a 5 lakhs, like that. You can make your financial plan, and then sales plan, marketing plan, so organization plan. So everything should be, you have to be make it before starting your company. So if all should be get ready, then you have to be achieve the task one by one in every year. Then automatically the profit will go high. So if it is planning, planning is very less, then what will happen? There is a loss. Then the company within 1 year or a 2 year, it may be going to be a shutdown. So proper planning is needed than the prediction. So this is what you have to be make it with the task assignment, and you need to be fixed with the deadlines. Each and every task will be a deadline. Without giving a deadline, the company people and the co-worker, they are not at all ready to work. So you always set one leader, a team leader. A team leader has to be force the team members to complete the task with the X day itself or X date itself. So these are the planning strategies, and this is for an business plan, and this will be a financial plan. So your left side, you can see your business plan, and the right side, it will be an financial. It will include your marketing plan, sales plan, and then the organization plan, everything. So then you always motivate your team member. So if you are making any hard words, then the people, they will not come ready to work with you. So a simple example, if it is a project, you are selecting a 4 member, the one is doing every work, the other 3 members are not at all ready, then what will happen? There will be automatically a demotivation. So because of the demotivation, the project is not yet completed. So if it is not yet completed, ultimate thing is goes to marks are getting reduced by the faculty members. So this is a simple example which I wanted to put forth here. So these are the 8 segments it will be involving a successful startup. So these are the inputs. Is there any doubt, or shall I proceed?
Ma'am, what is milestone?
Pardon?
What is milestone?
So milestone, that means, for example, you are keeping a process, or you are modifying a business model in the year one, and you have to be achieve a very good business model to attract by the customer. You need to be get a different kind of a service. So the survey is needed. So that is the example of the first milestone. So likewise, you have where you are lagging, and you have to be fulfilled those things, or else you can make it with the quantitative. Simply, we'll come to the team selection for making a milestone. If all the team members are in the same field, is it the company will grow?
No.
Yes, that is, you have to be make one. The first milestone is to hire people for different kind of a heads. So that means sales head. So you can see an example of different films also, or any kind of advertisement. Marketing is most important parameter. So you can see the example of Reliance, Flipkart, Amazon, and so many things they are advertising into an e-commerce websites. So in this digital platform, how the milestones can be achieved, that you have to be planned for your startup company. Is it fine?
Yes.
Yeah, so we can proceed with the next slide. Then coming to that, so the next question is, you may raise, what are the types of startups are there? So there will be a majorly, as per the theory, it said that 6 types of startups. So the 6 types of startups you can see here. So this is the small business startup, and second is the scalable startup, then large company startup, viable startup, lifestyle startup, then social media startup. So these are the 6 types of startups are there. Then we'll take an example of the types of startups. First one, we'll get into the first one, small business startup. So shortly we can call it as a self-employed startup. So first type of startups are self-employed. The example which I would like to share here, it is yoga instructions. So X person wanted to give a yoga instruction via the YouTube, and he wanted to get some benefits from that yoga instruction. So the small kind of things you can make it with the first type of startup. So additionally, we can give some more examples of residential cleaning. And the next is many of urban cities, people are making the pets, and the pet sittings and the pet care also we can make it with a small business. So the second one is scalable startup. So scalable startup, it is stores. Simply we can take it as an stores which is nearby our house. So that we can always, their aim is to feed their family. So feeding in family, we can shortly call it as a scalable startup. Then coming to that large company startup, so the word itself, it said that it is a large. So the what we need to define with the new word, that we can call it as and want to be a big. So always their dream is we have to achieve a big profit from this company. So the large company startups, we may take it as Paytm, Ola Cab, then Swiggy, and then the social e-commerce. So these are the examples of the large company startups. And the viable startups. So viable startup, what we need to do is, we can shortly mention it as a bond to be bought. So whatever the things, they have to be bought from this company itself. So that kind of a startups are the example of viable startup. Then coming to that, lifestyle startup. So if we are seeing our lifestyle, everything in a sitting in our place, we are in need of all the things to be in front of us only. And also we don't want to spend more time for manual working. So nowadays automation is needed. So automation is needed means always it should be an innovation is there. So to a sophisticated lifestyle, it needs of innovation. So the best example here which I wanted to add here, in US and other countries, they have launched the toilet system. You can see Indian toilet systems, always it should be a fixed one, but they are invested many things for adjustment, and then age wise, then it is movable and also adjustable, then auto cleaning, auto washing. So many options are there for a simple example of in the restrooms. So this is a lifestyle startup. So what the people they wanted to live, so that will be coming in the innovation itself. So it's a keyword of innovate. The last one is the social startup. So social startup, it should be a mission. So we can take it as an the Amazon is an example of e-commerce. So these are the things. Theoretically, the startups are 6 group. So each group there will be some different targets and different profits and different limit. So everything will be come under the startup itself. Then coming to that, next question you should be always raise what is the key resources of a startup. So based on the previous slides, what you understand, which is the key resource of a startup? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah. So what is the key resources of the startup?
Ma'am, idea, funding.
Idea, customers, funding, and all.
Can you just reframe the word in a single? You all end up with only the idea. I have given so many inputs with the previous 4 slides itself. Concluding with the 4 slides, there is a keyword and that will be used for the key resources of startup. What is the secret in the Ola and Uber? Have they protected their idea? Is it in the idea?
Ma'am, e-commerce, branding.
E-commerce, branding. Scaling. And after that?
Ma'am, patent.
Yes, one thing it is patent. So if we protect a patent, is it enough for the startup? There is no commercialization, right? So patent is a document. So that has to be reached out to the society. We need to be always transfer the technology to some company persons, or else you are ready to commercialize the product into the market. Then only it should be an knowing to all the people you have started some business or not. So with this question, we may go to the answer. So this will be on innovation is the key. So what you said is the correct. Innovation, it should not come with a simple word. There is a combination of 2 parameters. One is the ideation. So every success begins with an idea, but if it is in the idea level, there won't be an entrepreneur and there won't be a startup companies. So always the idea can be converted into a reality, and that we can call it as an implementation. So all the ideas are not came into the picture of the innovation, so it goes directly. So innovation is a combination of idea and get into the reality, so that we can call it as an implementation. So idea level, it is in the paper only. So when it come to a implementation, then only the customer can utilize the product that you can see here it is. So if it is in testing, the lamp is in this testing stage, we may not utilize the lamp nowadays. So after, if we launch the first product to any of the places, then only people are going to buy a lamp. So this is the success story about the lamp. And idea plus implementation is a combination of the word which will be framing as innovation. So innovation is the key resources of a startup. So next is the question, it will be linked with are the entrepreneurs are invested money? So because in many of the minds, if many nearby people, or if you really wanted to become an entrepreneur or a startup holder, so always neighbors, what should we do? or your friends, they are all demotivating you to don't go for the entrepreneurs because it will be a very complicated one, and you are investing more money for the entrepreneurs. It won't be help for the family. Like that, the demotivators are increasing. Motivation is increasing in the beginning stage itself. So to break that these inputs, so the entrepreneurs are, instead of investing money, what is the other thing they have to be go with the diversion? Guys, can I get the answer?
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
Are the entrepreneurs are invested the money?
First investment is done by entrepreneur only.
What?
Ma'am, I think more than money, the mission of the business matters.
Yes,
Mission
more
is
than the
important.
money, the mission is a matter. Then after that, lot of entrepreneurs are never invested money. So I will show you an example and live case studies what they did it. After seeing that one, you may think, I guess. So they invested only 2 parameters. So please guess that. Ideas are always expensive only. So if it is an highly expensive, or we need to invest the money for the expensive matter and all that, we have to be check it here. Okay, so they are not invested money. So we can see with the example case study. So they are invested with the 2 parameter. One is the time and then brain. So they are the young startup founders of different companies. So they are invested only the time and brain. So we'll start with the example of, so what is it? Guys, my screen is visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So in this picture, what it said?
Ma'am, is this a sari?
I think it is a traditional dress in Tamil Nadu and Andhra and Karnataka.
Lungi.
Yes, whatever you are saying, lungi, dhoti. It will be a dhoti and it is a traditional dress. So in this, have you find any innovation is there? The olden days and the current trend. You see, identify what the guy is did. There is some packet, and also in previously the people it is famous in Tamil Nadu. So he is K.R. Nagarajan. He is the inventor of and founder of this dhoti, and what he made is it is a cotton cloth. You can see Gandhiji, he always used to the dhoti, and in that dhoti it will be a manual just dress code only, but what they made here, it is sticky type. So they are making changes here. It is one packet, and you can see here this is a packet, and here there will be a sticker and paste. Just the famous advertisement also you can see Ramraj. So Ramraj is the company and selling this kind of a dhoti, and max minimum it started with 100 rupee. It will be a minimum 90 before 5 years it will be cost us 60 70 like that, but now more cost 100 rupee too. It varies, depends upon the design or the layers which we included in the golden. So what is the invention here? It is he is not invested any machinery, or he is not invested any money for making this cloth. So cloth is not an invention, but the invention is only the sticker. So which I wanted to tell you, the idea might be a very simple one, but it will be useful to the 3 state people. So during their function time, they used to wear it should be in a comfortable way. So this is what the comfortability and easy to wear, and these are the features the KR Nagarajan has included, and it is innovation at the best. So it is in dhotis, it is a traditional wear, and it will be made by Velcrom, and it will be in the sticker type. So this founder, and he is not an engineer. He is not an engineer, a normal person. He is thinking in a different aspect, and finally the product came into the market like this. It is a successful one. It is a successful one, and also he will be producing the profit every 3 months, 25 lakhs. Every 3 months, 25 lakhs. So he is invested only the time, and then brine. Finally, the dhoti design has came into the market. So this is what a simple example which I wanted to tell, and the very famous process. You can just always think reverse osmosis. So if we are drinking your water, because of the reverse osmosis process. So like that, so it is a simple example of the innovation of KR Nagarajan. Then coming to the famous, the other one. So can you found this? Yeah, very good. So they are the founder of Ola, Bhavish and Ankit. So what they did, can you know the story about this Ola founders? Yeah, who are they? So the company started in the year of 2010, and they started with their name, Ani Technology Private Limited. So the Ola is a cab, and it is started under the company of Ani Technology Private Limited. Then these two guys are from IIT Bombay. So this project is their final year project. So what is the thing here which I wanted to again and again tell the story is, you have to be planned and invest your time and your brain. So they are not investing money for their idea. So they are investing only the brain and time. Finally, the product came into the market. It should be an Ola, and they are the successful founder. So they are the successful founder, and the financial year 2021, they have produced 983 crores. You see how it could be. So this is the example which I wanted to tell, how the final year project can be converted into a successful startup, and they are the entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur, and the company is a successful startup. So during the financial year, I said that 983 crores they are invested, and you can compare with the Facebook. So Facebook, it is not a startup because there is no innovation in it. Only the people are chatting and people are conveying the message to one with the other. So you should not tell the Facebook as your startup. But is there some innovation is there? So innovation key is, startup key is innovation. So this is what you have to be. Startup means innovation is must. Without innovation, you cannot say it is an startup. So one more story, we can take it as Zoom. Zoom is the platform. It was created by a Chinese, and this will be on the 2 years ago. So they are investing on you. So that is also will be an example of startup. And the Netflix also, it is a US based startup. They are producing the revenue for every year, $24 billion. So this will be the Netflix is used for a biggest TV and movie studio. So this is the inputs which I wanted to give, a real-time stories. So next, coming to that, the startup. Before going to start a startup, what are the basement of things we have to be use it? Basement of things you have to be use it. It should be a technology readiness level. So if you're Okay, so technology readiness level, product innovation rubrics, business model canvas, these are the parameters you have to be always correlate with your project. Then only the project will be a successful product, and the product can be converted into an useful to the society and or a one customer or a 10 customer. So yearly you can get the benefit. So Ola Cab in 2010, many of the people are not ready to go, ready to book also, because the problem is they are not aware. But now you take an example of the urban cities like Mumbai and Delhi, or wherever it might be, Bangalore, or the center of city. Then what they have to be immediately wanted to move. Either they can go with the app of either Ola or a Uber. But one more thing you have to be get into that, Ola and Uber, they are all the similar kind of a startup companies. They should not blame you are taking my customer, or I am taking your customer. So they have to be go with a smoother manner, and in future they may be combined also. So that fighting between the two companies should not be there for that. So always competitor, who is a competitor and what they are doing, are we do the same thing or the different thing, that have to be always study with the parameters of the technology readiness level, product innovation rubrics, and the business model canvas. So I think due to the time constraints, I can skip a few slides. We'll go to the topic directly. And these are the inputs. So PIR, and there is a different kind of a parameters we have to be held for the companies. This will be the beginning of a making of companies. So coming to that planning process of a startup. So whatever the story I am telling with the previous slide, the finally you have to be keep your mindset. I'm ready to start a business. So the startup company name is needed, and what kind of a name we have to be planned for our entire system. So the name is, you have to be go with the trademark. So new kind of a name you have to be planned, not the existing one, because they are all getting the copyrights for their each and every sentence or every logo or every document. So if you copying, then you are going with the legal issues. To overcome those issues and all, you have to be invest your time and your brain, and you have to be design your logo, and you can make your company name. I said the example is previously it was an Ola Cab. Finally they decided the logo, like it's a logo as well as the name should be included in a single one. So like that they are sitting and planning. So both are like-minded people. So the team member selection is also very important. If your team member is supporting to achieve your dream into the vision, then only it will be a successful startup. Otherwise the planning is not good, means it will be a failure only. So this is positioning. After that you can plan for the milestones. So milestones, I said already, you have to be restrict the milestones within the 5, because it should not exceed more than 5. So these are which I wanted to tell additionally. Then planning process, I already said the two left side and the right side with the 8 segments. So the left side segment is called planning process, and the right side segment, I said it is an financial plan. It includes about budgeting and the budgeting process of sales plan, marketing plan, and to achieve the organization design to the exact, are we going into the exact roadmap or not. So entire budget, it should not go the loss. It has to be achieve a profit. To achieve a 10% profit or a 5% or a 20%, that has to be decided with the proper planning process. If it is proper planning is not there, then right way you are going into a wrong way. So these are the things you have to be do. So planning is better than the prediction. Always you can keep it in your mind. So I would like to suggest the most inspiring book you always refer from the net, and I Output Management. So that book will help you to go for a process plan, and it will be always based on your company grow only. So the company to achieve your company growth, you always go with the three needs. One is the requirement of your company, and the second one is the stages of the company, which stage you are, whether you are the positioning stage or milestone stage or the organization design. You have to check your company stage, and to achieve the other things, you have to go with the to culture the organization. So these are the first three stages are very important. Once you implemented, then under the third stage itself, the budgeting plan will be included. So this is what which I wanted to tell. To assess your company, always you have to be set 5 milestones or less than 5 also. It should be measurable, and also you can avoid the sort of ambiguity. And the example is, identify product fit market is the wrong way, but to identify the product fit market converted into a right way, what you need to plan, for example, $80,000 I wanted to achieve in the end of 5th year, and we need to go with the profit is 10% as a monthly growth, so that you can fix it as a task. So this is what a planning and process for a startup. So then coming to that, everything now you understood. So what you need to do, the legal. So the registration procedure, what are the documents are there? Are we going to a single company, or it is a group of company, or limited liability partnership? All should be, you have to be cross-verified. So what you need to do, so you have to be always go with the first step of document preparation before going the registration. So plan your company name and make one account in the company name, and find out the board of directors, and also create one website, and under the website, what is the roles for the each member, and who is a founder, co-founder, then board of directors, and then what is it, COE, and other things you have to give a role, technical analyst, market analyst, business analyst. So all should be, you can make a role and create in the website, but don't include your phone number, the director's phone numbers, personal email, or the bank account inside the website. So always it should be a company information, not should be the personal information. So what you did is, after finishing your company design, then the planning strategies gets over. You will go and apply through and register the startup, that is Udyam Startup India, the MSME portal. It is a Udyam registration, so it is a free of cost. So you can make your registered company. They will give you a certificate, and they are giving an corporation, that is a CIN number, corporation identification number. Then finally, you next step, you can go for a director identification number, DIN number, CIN number. Then all should be help. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, so you can go with the letter of recommendation from DPIIT. Previously, the name is DIPP. Now they renamed as DPIIT. Then coming to the go for a registration in the Startup India under Udyam registration. So it is a free of cost. They will produce a certificate. Then keep the certificate for a startup registration. So they will give a CIN number. Then after that, then all the documents of your PAN card, Aadhaar card, or the property where you are making a rental, or it is a own house, or if any place is specifically for the company, electricity bill, then gas connections or any gas bill, or the tax payment bill. So all should be there in the name of company, not in your personal. So if it is any bank account, the ex-company has getting loss, the company only make into the shutdown, but not the individuals. So always you can go with the company itself, not the individuals. Then next, what you wanted to do, if you go with the company board of directors, or in the any one of a lady, then you will have a tax benefits, and the tax benefits will be reduced. So that's an example. All the people, they will take their sisters or a mother or a wife's names. They will be going for the registration. So it will be to reduce the tax purpose. Then you must clarify always all the registration you have fulfilled or not. So immediately within 3 months, you will get a certificate. And other than that, to protecting your startup, nobody will copy your inputs. So you can go with the patent, and company name and the logo should be a trademark. Then funding, you need to be approached with the different investors. So to make your business plan should be attractive. So this is the information. Then for the registration. So after the registration, you have to be, I said the registration, we need a partnership company. So choosing the company, is it a sole proprietorship or the group of proprietors, or it should be a limited liability company, a partnership, or private limited company. So startup should be go with individual company or group of company or limited liability partnership or private limited. So initially private limited is not possible. So you can go with limited liability partnership. It will be help for the tax purpose. If you are a sole proprietor, then what will happen if any profit or a loss, from your own packet only you are investing money. So that is a big loss for the individuals. So always you can go with the group of proprietors or the limited liability partners. So you have to make with the partnership firm first, then to get the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So MCA, to get into the MCA and then ROC. So I'm suggesting, if any plan, you go with the limited liability partnership. So the under that, various group of directors are there. So all the directors should have an DSC. So digital signature. So digital signature certificate will help to sign the e-forms of ROC and MCA. So this will be helping to inline with the business. So I'm suggesting to, if any startup company in the beginning level, go with the group of partnership or the limited liability partnership. Then the next 1 year or a 2 year, you convert your group LLP into a private limited company. So other than that, the directors, they have to be produce the PAN, photo, Aadhaar card, email and mobile number for the creating the bank purpose only, director bank account, but not should be included all the information in the website. So to avoid such sort of ambiguity. Then you have to be planned for the registered office. They are in need of the following documents. So they want the ownership deed, rental agreement, NOC from the owners of the property. That means where you created a company and which place you are using. The place is you are owning the property or somebody else. That if it is X person means you have to get the NOC, rental agreement, and then agreement between you and them. So these are the informations. It will be help for going for a TAN and PAN of a company. So the registration documents are needed like that. Then apart from that, the agreement form should be in the stamp paper. So what is the directors are going to do under the company, and also you brief about your business model, product, service, all other things. Then labor laws. So employers are, if you are recruiting a first employee, then you have ready to give a salary and the benefits to them. So they will always, you can be go with the labor law and other compliance registration also. You can include for claiming the EPF, and then the PF main is PF only. So the bank account for all the employees. So employee-employer relationship should be, the documentation also, it is in the proper way. So these are the required things for before going for a registration. Everything should be get ready. Then coming to that last one, legal issues for a startup. So what are the legal issues will come? So if you are not protecting your idea, any person will copy the inputs. So first of all, whatever the company vision or a mission or name or logo and document preparation, everything you can go with patent or trademark, and all the information of your company you can put with the copyrights. Copyrighted information nobody will copy. Then you can go for a licensing your product. So the licensing is marketing will help. So after that, you should go with the product safety and liability. So something goes wrong. For example, if it is product is goes wrong, then what will happen? The best example we can discuss here it is, if we buy a pressure cooker, they are giving a warranty. So the warranty period is only the minimum period. When they are servicing, if anything went wrong, then who will be to take care of these works? So that will be come under urban cloth app. So there will be an urban cloth app. It will be paying for the company. They are not paying to the individuals, they are paying to the company person. So that will be for the product safety. So product safety, and also they will get service from the insured company. The urban cloth app is supported by the insurance company, and they are helping to the company product to go with the liability with the proper insurance itself. Then coming to the contract and agreement. So contract and agreement, here what we need to discuss is the people who are agree. So with whom we are going to go with the business, and is there any service agreement is there? Just a minute. So is there any service agreement is there? So all should be employer-employee agreement. You have to be plan for the leave and leave policy, maternity policy, or any kind of, if it is a lady employee recruited, so the support for all other things. So terms and conditions, everything it means for you are liable to the company and to take the responsibility. Then coming to that, to go with the legal things, anything may happen at any time. So for this overtaking, so you have to be appoint a professional lawyer. So with the help of lawyers, you can make the legal things, or if any offenses happened, you can any antitrust or fraud may happen, means the lawyer is supporting you. So this will be we have created trust. So we should not create an antitrust. So always you have to be created trust. So for example, is online payment. Now every information is open. Many hackers are there, but the company if you are paying to a X company, the company will not receive fund like that. If you are receiving a mail, then it will be called as a fraud. So that information you should be avoid from the level. So that you have to go with the legal steps itself. Then employee legal issues and the separate business and personal assets of the liabilities. So you have to be always think in leave policy, dress code, internal policies of the timings, he or she, they have to be agree the business commitments, findings, everything you have to be go with that. So you should not go with the sole proprietors, always go with the group of proprietors. So this will be support for the startup companies. So I think I have covered up the last part. Is I'm rushing up because of this time constraint. So if any doubts is there, you may interact now. Guys, is any doubt?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, ma'am.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am. You are audible.
Okay. Ma'am, I just wanted to ask a thing that this letter of recommendation, like for this letter, like, do we have to like make some other things?
No.
What are
The
the
letter of
requirements for this
recommendation is from the DPIIT office only. They have to recommend the X person has started a business, and we verified all the documents are pakka, and they will get ready to go for a registration like that.
Okay, so directly we have to approach this DPIIT for this recommendation. They will ask for some documents, and
so individually they are going, means they will ask some kind of a money or something. It will be there. Always you can go with the auditor. So the auditor, if it is there, means they will be helping. But nowadays they are making the process as very simple, and that's why if it's a first founder, the startup company persons are the first founder and they don't know many of the procedure, means I ask them to go with Udyam registration. It will be easy.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. I think I have covered up the entire inputs.
Ma'am, I have also a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, what are the legal bonds that comes with seeking funding and support from the government itself? Like there are different programs from government, like the recent one is AICT, Idea Lab. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we seek fund and support from there, so how we are bonded, legally bonded to that? Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Wait, Rahul. Ma'am has left due to some reason. Okay. Yes, she will rejoin.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. My laptop is having issue, so I went through mobile. Yeah, tell me, ma'am. So any other doubt? I think the previous person is asking a question with me and that I didn't get it properly.
Ma'am, I was asking that if we take support from government regarding the funding and mentorship, then what are the legal bondage that comes with that support from the government itself? For example, the programs like AICT, programs from AICT and Idea Lab, incubation and all.
No, no, because the people are facing a trouble to produce getting loan. For example, if you just wanted to start up a company and you are going with an applying a fund with the government, sorry, the bank and all, so you have to pay a loan and with some interest, right? To avoid such kind of bondage only, they are created a platform to connect directly to the investors. So with the zero investment and the investors are investing on you, then you have to be produce a very good impact on your company product selling and the profit and whatever the balance sheet and cash flow, everything. So that have to be very much clear. So if it is, that is why before going to start a startup, your business plan should attract by the investor, even it could be a 10 rupee or a 50 paise. So that's why the government has, example is Smart India Hackathon. Smart India Hackathon, there is 485 software ideas and 85 hardware ideas are there. I think they have extended the date up to April 15. So you people are wanted to apply, you can apply that software problems. The company will investing on you without getting any interest or any kind of loan like that. So that is connecting platform only. There is no such kind of a things in it.
Ma'am, but in the Smart India Hackathon, we get a prize, not in funding.
Okay, okay. Are you invested in the company, or still you are in the stage of only the project level?
Actually, I have participated in SIH, and we have also been selected for
very good.
Yes, ma'am. And also there is a second program by government called MSME Ideathon, and
yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I have also participated in that, and I have been called for incubation also. So government is providing 15 lakh funding for that, and it's a kind of funding. And but in the Smart India Hackathon, there is a prize of 1 lakh, so that's a prize.
Yeah, that is also you can think it. If it is going with huge investment at the student level, getting 50 lakhs and 60 or 1 crore, if you are approaching a tie pitch contest, tie pitch is I think high amount, and the Texas Instruments also they are conducting IICDC 2019 they organize. After that there is no event. You can expect that one, that will be on 60 crores I think. So it will be started, so you can apply for that. But nowadays what the MSME they did is they are stopped the activity of incubation for the private colleges. Only the government colleges are providing, the government only providing the MSME support. So previously colleges are having incubations inside it, but now they stopped, and only the government only providing the fund for the MSME. So the thing is that government should not ask any interest or any repayment, but after the amount you have to be produced what exactly you utilize the 15 lakhs. And also are you utilized your incubation center, means as per your incubation policy, so you have to be produce the sharing basis, means in your college there will be a 70-30 or 2% only they are given a condition as per the NISP, 2% to 9% maximum you can provide the money to the college. So because you are incubating of your college incubation, so you have to be produce some rent for that. So that will be goes for 2% to 9%. That depends on your NISP policy of your college. So you no need to spend any rent or any separate place or going and starting a company in outside. So for the intention only, all the students of the respective colleges, they have to be start the business in the college itself. So if you are an alumni or you are a founder or a co-founder, or for the upcoming years also, you may sit and work with the colleges. There is MOU, and with that MOU there is a terms and conditions are there. So every year you have to give 2% for your profit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think hope I have answered your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So any other doubts? Okay. So thank you for the patient listening. Over to the coordinator to close the session formally.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful words. Now I would like to request Alok Kumar sir, the coordinator for today's session, to continue with his vote of thanks.
Thank you, Saloni. Gratitude makes Thank you, Saloni. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Dr. V. Alia, ma'am, respected dignitaries, distinguished participants, participants, faculty members, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to one and all. On behalf of organizing committee, Startup Club BIT Durg, I, Alok Kumar, deem it a great honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks. It gives me immense pleasure to extend my gratitude to all those who have contributed in the one way or the other to make this event a success. At first, I express my profound gratitude to our speaker, Dr. V. Agalya ma'am, for kindly accepting our invitation on such a short notice and gracing this occasion. Her presence has added grandeur to the event. We look forward to many more interactive sessions with her in future. I express my sincere gratitude to the chief patrons of this event, Shri Vijay Gupta, Chairman Governing Body BIT Trust, and Shri IP Mishra, Secretary BIT Trust, for their encouragement and motivation. I would like to take this opportunity to extend our most sincere thanks to the patron of the event, Dr. Arun Arora, BIT Durg, Director BIT Durg, Dr. Mohan Gupta, Principal BIT Durg, and Dr. Manisha Sharma, Vice Principal BIT Durg, for their continuous support and guidance. I express my sense of obligation to the convener, Dr. Shubhrata Nagpal, for her valuable suggestions. I am thankful to all the participants for attending the event. I am sure that the participants must have been benefited. I would like to acknowledge the unwavering support and cooperation of my colleagues and staff. I would also like to thank our student team, especially the core members of this event, who have been running around doing a lot of things to make this event a success in such a short notice. Thank you all. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Over to you, Saloni.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Startup Club, I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. V. Agalya ma'am, who spared time from her busy schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage in our future events. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds. I would like to thank you for your gracious presence and for a truly memorable evening. We have posted a feedback link in the chat box and in the YouTube comment section. It won't take much time, so please give your feedback.
Thank you, Saloni, and thank you, Mr. Alok, and thank you, Dr. Shubhrata ma'am, for inviting me for giving this talk. And I hope I'm conveyed the messages what your expectation. So thank you once again.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Everyone, please turn on your camera for the screenshot.
Ma'am, please turn on your camera.
Yeah, I turned on, ma'am. It will take a fraction of a minute.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you, Alok. Congrats to all the team members of today's session.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
With this, I wind up today's session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Share this feedback.
Thank you, Saloni.
Also.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, actually that the feedback form says that it needs permission for the other institute email IDs.
you.